Ladies and gents, welcome back to the Get a Clue podcast. I'm your host, DeAndre Boychuk. I'm here with my co host, Chase Arnold. Um, yeah, nice episode coming at you today. So, Chase, why don't you let everyone know what we're going to be talking about as he exits the vicinity of the meeting room?
I gotta switch up the hats here. Show some support for the Sens in the playoffs. Lost game one, but um,
You don't want to give love to the Avs?
it's a little different. They don't need any love. They don't need any love. I think they're good. Hoping I can be Ottawa's good luck charm. We get some more Canadian teams going. Um,
Literally.
yeah, we're gonna cover the CHL playoffs. I think we were just talking about the OHL just wrapped up. Um, and yeah, or not fully wrapped up. That round wrapped up, and we're gonna give our predictions and just our overall thoughts of the last round.
hmm Yeah, do you want to start off in the queue?
Yeah, so I mean, three sweeps in the second round. I mean, some of these teams are just dominant. To be honest, I mean, Moncton sweeps Valdor. Oh man, I'm not even gonna bother trying to say the Sanguinines sweep the Quebec Ramparts. The Huskies beat Shawinigan, and then a 4-2 series for Armada over the Newfoundland Regiment. That sounded like it was a pretty good series. I didn't watch any of these games, in all truth. I looked at some highlights, looked at the box scores, but um, it's not the league I keep up with the most. So
Yeah, I know. I do remember when we originally did this, your team, I don't know if you remember or not, but it is Chicoutimi there.
yeah,
So
Chicoutimi.
I remember you were fucking with their name. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting semifinals here. Moncton, Blainesville, Chicoutimi's playing Randa. Um, yeah, Moncton's kind of been doing what they do throughout the playoffs. They've swept twice, I think now. They're 8-0 in the playoffs. Kind of been riding the shoulders right now too of Gabe Smith, Caleb Denye. I think he's just over a point a game, maybe 10-8 or something like that. But yeah, Gabe Smith has been leading their offense and the charge there for Moncton. So, I mean, if I had to take a prediction out of that series, if we're going to start there, I am going to go Moncton here again. I think they won it last year, so I think that they're looking to go back to back. Yeah, I think that they haven't lost all playoffs. I think they're probably gonna. This will be the series that they finally take a loss. I think it'll be good to take a loss too before the finals. So I'm gonna go a 5 game series here. I think they're gonna clean up Blainesville pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Moncton as well. I'm gonna take Moncton in another sweep. I got them winning 4-0.
I like
It'd
it.
be very unlikely, I guess, but just the dominance they've showed. I think they get it done in four, and I think they play Chicoutimi in the final. That's my other bracket side there. I think that series goes to six. Chicoutimi and Moncton in the final, and that'll be an absolute uh, what, a barn burner. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah. I got Chicoutimi coming out on the other side. They're gonna end up playing Moncton. I think this series is probably gonna end up being a lot better than the Moncton series. Chicoutimi is obviously riding the shoulders of Maxime Massey, who had a great regular season. Anaheim Ducks prospect as well. But Randa, they got their own top line that's playing really good and contributing to that offense. So I think it's just going to be an offensive battle in this series, and I think Chicoutimi is going to come out of it in six. I think.
I like it.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the queue. Not too heavily of a watch league for us. Like I said, it is hard to keep up with it too. All their stuff, like any of their stats you look up on their website, it's all in French. They have very little like
Yeah,
half English, half French websites. It's very hard to keep up with
it
the queue.
is. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we should have paid attention in school.
Where do you want to go to next? You want to go to the O here?
Yeah, let's go to the OHL.
Or we can spend some more times on the O and the WHL.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, looking at this side of the bracket, Barrie just finished their series off the other day, so they're going to head through to the finals. They smacked Ottawa in their last game. I think it was like a 6-1 game or something like that. Cash Aitchison and Baudouin did their thing. So, yeah, Barrie's going to end up playing a hot Brantford team in one side of the bracket, and then the other side, Windsor's going to end up playing Kitchener. Windsor came out of their series with another sweep. Kitchener came out of their series against Sioux with 4-1 win. I don't know if you've seen the video. Sioux kind of stacked the line during playoffs, and they were like trying to make a statement out of it, and then Kitchener went and beat the wheels off them. So
Yeah.
not a great look for Sioux, but
Yeah.
yeah. Then I guess I forgot to highlight on the other side of the bracket. Barrie took their series 4-1, and Brantford continuing their dominance. They're gonna sweep again, going 4-0 against North Bay.
Yeah, I
Any
think our
notes that you want to highlight
predictions.
here?
I was just gonna say like our predictions up to this point. I feel like have been pretty good. I don't remember exactly. I think the only one you took Brantford over North Bay, right? Even though they're your guys.
Yeah,
And then I couldn't remember Kitchener, Sault Ste. Marie. I thought maybe you took the Sioux, um, but I can't remember.
I
So
can't remember to be honest.
um,
Yeah,
I
I
should
think
write these things down. But
I have a feeling I did take Sioux over Kitchener too. I believe. Like I feel like my thought process
yeah,
too was like Brady Martin and those guys are going to start heating up, and Sioux's kind of an underrated team. I think I did have them over Kitchener,
yeah, or maybe
but
it was
yeah, I
me.
think the
Who
rest.
knows?
Yeah, I
We
don't
don't
remember.
remember. Someone tell us.
But yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting. This OHL semifinals.
Yeah.
I feel like there's three teams that could win this whole thing. I feel like Kitchener could do it too. I feel like they're kind of more so maybe the odd team out here. I feel like Barrie, Brantford, and Windsor are just so stacked this year. But I still think that's going to be a great series. Looking at the Windsor Kitchener series, Windsor's got a lot of players that are humming for them. Let me just pull up some of my game notes here.
Yeah,
Everything's all messed up. You know
I
how it
think I
gets.
agree. Like Kitchener is like definitely the odd man out of these four, but I mean the way they handled the Sioux, I think that they have elevated a little bit. I think they are deserving to be here now. I think they have a chance against Windsor. I mean it'll be a good series for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think Windsor's just looking for some of their guys that haven't done as much in the playoffs to step up. Like I think they're expecting a little more out of Liam Greenshee.
Hmm.
I don't know if he got hurt too. He hasn't played the full amount of games for Windsor yet this playoffs. He's only played six out of their eight, so not sure if he took a little bit of a beatdown. Obviously, they're missing Belchet's out of their lineup as well, but no, I think that this will be still an all right series. But I do have Windsor coming out of this one, and I think this one's going to go six.
And you got Windsor?
I got Windsor, yeah.
I think I really think it's gonna be Windsor too, but I'm gonna take Kitchener here. I think with Windsor, you know, with Belcher's missing and I don't know. I got a feeling
Oh,
Kitchener
sorry.
handled the Sioux as well. Go ahead.
Greentree has played all games. I got the player wrong, mixed up wrong. I was reading the wrong line.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take Kitchener in 7 as my
I like
upset.
it.
I think Windsor might be the better team for sure, but um, just the way they're playing, they handled the Sioux in 5. I think they can take Windsor to a 7 game.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. Then this next series, this is where it really gets heavy. I think this could potentially have the championship in it. Brantford versus Barrie. This is just going to be a heavyweight matchup. Um, Brantford, obviously, they're riding on the shoulders of Jake O'Brien. He's played awesome these playoffs. He's almost clicking at a 2 point per game pace. Koval Dwan's been leading the whole playoffs right now for Barrie. He's been unreal. He's got 23 points in the 10 games. He's been a stud. Just kind of, yeah, this is just going to be an all around big game. Some other big names in this is going to be Caleb Malhotra. He's been playing great for Brantford. Yeah, Adam Yurchek. It's probably I think I'm leaning toward Brantford on this one. I think I could see this one going seven, but I am gonna go Brantford here.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you said. I think I'm going Brantford here. I'm gonna take them in 6. I think this is gonna be a battle. I'm taking. I just see more deep lineup in Brantford. I think they can pull it through.
Yeah, I think that Brantford's probably gonna win it. Honestly,
Hmm.
they're just so deep this year, and yeah, what Jake O'Brien's been doing for that team has been unreal. Like he's just so good to watch, so
Yeah.
poised with the puck, and yeah, it's going to be really hard, especially if Brantford comes out and they start shutting down Barry's top guys. I mean, if they can shut down Baudouin, if they can get Aitchison kind of less mobile on that blue line, I mean, I feel like it takes a lot out of their lineup. They still have some good guys who are playing well, like Wilmot, but yeah, I feel like Brantford's just a lot heavier and a lot deeper, like you said.
Yeah. On to the dub.
Yeah, onto the WHL. This just wrapped up last night. Wasn't sure if we were going to be able to have a kind of full mock episode yet or not, but Penticton did end up squeezing out the W last night versus Prince George. And oh no, let me pull up. I'm all mixed up with my thing. It says CHL at the top. I got the CHL app open.
It's all good.
I'm on Safari. I'm all over the map here right
Yeah,
now. I got to
Penticton
get the
took down
bracket
Prince
back up.
George. Everett took down Kelowna in 5. Penticton took down Prince George in 6. That's going to be an absolute battle of a series. And then on the other side, We saw Prince Albert take down Saskatoon in a sweep, which I think we both predicted, and Medhat took down Calgary in a sweep, which I think we also both predicted. I'm definitely most excited for that Medicine Hat Prince Albert series. I mean, the other series obviously is going to be awesome too, but two teams I'm more familiar with in PA and Med Hat, and I think we had those two teams going to the semifinals. So
Yeah, I think just the two most dominant teams out of that side of the division. I think it was a great round two too. Lots of cool little storylines. The Everett Kelowna series. TJ Ginla did
mm,
kind of hit a pitfall. He was kind of dominating Everett. I mean, Everett's just so good defensively.
yeah,
When there's a guy like that, they're gonna just kind of send somebody to hound all night. Carter Bear is a really good two-way forward, so he kind of played on that opposite wing against Tej a lot of the night and just kind of shadowed him and didn't give him much space. So shout out Everett for doing a lot to shut down their kind of top guys. And also shout out Landon Dupont. We talked
mm-hmm.
about this guy a lot, about how people were saying some noise about him. They had him at 3 in the mock draft. We were like, that's ridiculous. And I mean, the kid just steps up again and again, snapped home the overtime winner, an absolute rip from the blue line. I don't even know how he got the shot off crossing over sideways like that, but I guess that's what you get exceptional status for in the Western League. And yeah, it's going to be very fun to watch him play against Penticton. I think that's the series I want to start with the predictions because I feel like there's a lot we can talk about in this next one. Because I feel like this series, Everett's probably going to clean up pretty quick here. I think Penticton has been on this fantasy run, or this, sorry, not fantasy run, the Cinderella run kind of all year. But I don't know. Everett's been so good all year, especially in
Yeah.
that kind of BC US division. They play them a few times throughout the year, and I don't exactly recall what the season series would have been, but yeah, I feel like Everett's going to take this one in six minimum.
Yeah, I've been picking it against Penticton every single round. Round one, I had the upset happening against Seattle, and then round two, I had I had Prince George beating them. So I'm in a tough
I think
spot
I
here
had Prince George
where,
beat them too.
yeah, I think so, and I'm in a tough spot now where do I take the team that has proven me wrong again and again, or do I take the team that I think is better? Um, I want Everett to win this game. I'm taking the V's to win in seven.
I like it. I like it. I like that's a big upset. I would love
Yeah,
that though.
I can't pick against them anymore. They prove me wrong.
Oh, that's valid. That's very valid. Yeah, should we go into the next series here? This is going to be the heavyweight series. I think of maybe the whole play. Actually, I don't know if we end up getting a maybe Medicine Hat Everett final or something like that. That one might be better. But this series is going to be, I think, something big. It's definitely the two best teams, like I said, out of the East. The 1 and 2 seed, both kind of predicted them to be here probably right from the start. And yeah, I'm kind of curious your thoughts on what you think this series is going to go. Kind of have some back and forth thoughts on it right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty torn, honestly. I like both these teams quite a bit. I know Med Hat was kind of my prediction to win all of it at the beginning, and obviously they've looked dominant, but they have faced some adversity. They dropped a game to Regina, um, and now they're going on to play a team that could very handily beat them if they don't show up. And yeah, it's a tough. I think I am leading Med Hat, but uh, I'd love to hear if you can sway me because I'm pretty torn too. This is a tough pick.
Yeah, it is. It is tough, especially I don't know some of the guys for Mad Hat that were dominating all regular season haven't exactly continued that pace that they were at in the playoffs here. Like Bryce Pickford, he's just clicking at around a point per game. As well as the Ruck brothers, they haven't exactly been on that over a point per game high pace. Liam Ruck, he's sitting at a point per game right now. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like PA's kind of in the same boat. The first couple series, Rudolph and Cripps. Rudolph has still been buzzing the whole playoffs, but I don't know. I feel like Medicine Hat just has a lot more up front and on the back end. Like they're just a lot more well rounded. I feel like Prince Albert has that really solid defensive blue line. Obviously, Justin Christensen's back there, Cripps, Rudolph. They just got a really loaded back end.
Yeah.
Good goaltending, too. I feel like they just lack a lot of the scoring depth here. So I do think Medicine Hat, just for that reason, is going to pull it out. And I do think those guys like the Ruck brothers, Pickford, they're going to get going for these big games here and kind of already proved that they can show up in these big games last year. Pickford scored so many big goals in the playoffs. He went on like
Yeah.
an 11 game goal streak or something like that, like broke the defenseman goal streak record in the playoffs and everything. So I am going to go Medicine Hat, I think, in 7 here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Manhattan 7 as well. They need their big players to step up. If they don't, I think PA will just chip away at them and win these close games. I did want to say I found Penticton and Everett's series before the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Everett won three of their four meetings. One of them was in overtime, and the one that the V's won was 7-0 win for them. So, um,
Ooh.
yeah, 2-1, 2-1 and one. I guess I would make Everett against the V's. So, I mean, it could be a good series. But yeah, I'm gonna take Medhat to play Penticton in the final for me.
I like it. I like it. I got Ned Hat Everett. That's just the one seeds out of both things. I think that's just like
Yeah.
that'd be pretty much Carolina, Colorado playing right now.
Hey, I won't lie. That's my playoff prediction. Shout out everyone that entered the playoff bracket. By the way, I can see all your names. I know you
Hmm.
are. So, shout out you guys for joining that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't actually know how the thing really works to even log in and see the stuff, but I mean, did you want to talk about some of the little notes from the first couple games of the playoffs?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. I
Just a
was
couple
gonna.
here. There was
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, first note that came up, just because there was a couple games here. First note that came to my mind watching, just kind of, I didn't watch any of the games from Saturday there, the first day. I just was keeping up with the scores throughout. I had a final during the day, but everyone in Dallas wanted to rip on Peter DeBoer for saying Ottinger wasn't a playoff goalie, and he sure as hell did not prove it against
Yeah,
Minnesota in game one. And I was actually kind of doing some reading and stuff on these like Dallas Stars fan pages and whatnot. And apparently Ottinger's only held them down for one good playoff series against Calgary at some point, and he's kind of been a non-great playoff performer for the rest of his tenure. I don't really remember. I don't keep up with Dallas too much, but do you think that's going to be kind of a big factor in this series? I think that this was probably the most exciting series, and it seemed like Minnesota just had their way with them.
yeah. I mean, I think Minnesota. I think even me and you maybe underrated them a little bit. I mean, it's only one game,
For sure.
right? I think a lot of people underrated the Wild though. They're a big team, very big team. I think people think they're small because their two best players are tiny, like Kaprizov and Quinn Hughes. But the rest of their roster, I mean, besides Zuccarello, there's not another guy that's below 5'10". I don't think. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Joel Eriksson Ek's a big boy. Matt Boldy's a big guy. I mean, and then you look at their bottom six. You have Hartman and all these other guys. Gauthier. I
Leo's.
mean, yeah, exactly. Felino. I mean, yeah, they are a big team and physical. And I think, I mean, even watching, I did actually get the chance to watch almost all the games. I caught the last half of most of them. The only game I didn't watch was the Flyers Penguins one, but um, yeah, I thought the Dallas just didn't look good in general. Otter led in a couple weak ones, but at the same time, it looked easy for the Wild. They controlled the game and they controlled the physicality, and I just think the Dallas Stars are going to have to really figure something out for the next game.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a shock to their system. Definitely maybe a shake-up game too. I was surprised to see Heiskanen back in the lineup. I heard
Hmm.
rumors that he wasn't going to be there for game one, so that was good to see. But still not sure upon Rantanen's return. I don't know if you've heard anything about that or yeah,
I haven't, no.
well, that's valid. Yeah, other games from that day that I just kind of wanted to give. I just kind of took a little notes on just kind of all the games. The Ottawa Carolina game,
Hmm.
holy, that one line absolutely was just unreal for Carolina. They
Yeah,
got it done twice. The Stankov and Hall, Jackson Blake line.
yeah.
I think that might be
Stankoven looked
Carolina's
amazing.
third line.
Yep.
Yeah, he's such a dog. He's kind of starting to fill even in the last half of the season. I don't think we gave him enough love. He was really starting to fill into his role in Carolina and starting to score. And yeah, kind of a couple fluky goals they got out of Allmark there. But who was playing net for Carolina? Was it Anderson? Freddie? Yeah,
I
it was
think so.
Freddie.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah. I
Yeah, and
mean,
he had like a hell of a game.
Ottawa didn't have a lot of Carolina's own time after the first period there. Um, and the fight right off the start, that was awesome to see. I mean, Carolina will take that all day. If I'm Stahl, I'm fighting Kachuk every other shift. Because
Literally.
he's out of the game, I think Stahl completely understands where he's at in his career. I don't think he's thinking he's a top line scorer like Kachuk is. So I mean, as much as it is, you're the captain, you want to get your team fired up. I mean, I think it's completely idiotic from Kachuk to go in the box every. I don't know. he's got to stay out of the box.
And I think too, like you said, like kind of knows his role, like Stahl, like he likes that he's gonna fight. And I think too, like even in his prime, like he was never Eric,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he was never gonna be like that kind of 100 point player. So I totally agree. If Tkachuk wants to go and Stahl's the guy up there, I think that's perfect for him to just scrap
yeah,
him, let him sit for 5, and throws one of Ottawa's best guys in the box.
yeah.
Just a
Cla-
little
yeah.
note that I had from the
Go ahead.
So just a little note I had from the Philly Pittsburgh game. Didn't watch this game. My dad actually did. I don't know where the hell he got the channel, but he ended up watching this game. But only note I had from this was Porter Martone scored an absolute snipe. Seemed like
He's
all the goals
nasty.
that he was scoring at the end of his career or at the end of the season there were kind of the bumper spot position, kind of where they wanted him. They needed that big kind of guy in the middle in the power play. And then his first playoff goal, kind of tight turn, absolutely rips it past Stuart Skinner, bar down. He's absolute stud. I think he's exactly what Philadelphia needed, kind of that spark plug. Fits right up into that top 6 already. And yeah, the youth movement in Philadelphia is kind of exciting to start to see.
Yeah, I mean, after that game, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of regret my decision. I took Pittsburgh. I mean, they
Same.
could still win, but I like this Flyers team. I know. I try not to pick teams that I like. I try to pick the team that I think is gonna win sometimes. But I like this Flyers team. Jamie Drysdale, Porter Martone, even Travis Konechny. I mean, Mitchkov. They got a lot of guys that I just think can swing a series, and obviously they don't have a Crosby, but I think this is going to be an unreal series, and I could see it going deep.
Yeah, Mitchkov, I think, is somebody too. I think he's one of those guys that you should buy low on now. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm talking more so in fantasy, I think he's going to have a huge pop off next year. He was going crazy at the end of the season for Philadelphia. And obviously, he came into camp out of shape. Maybe it was just that first you get paid, finally got $1 million in your bank here in the off season, young, making some bad choices. So I think he kind of learned from that, and I think he's going to have a great off season this year.
Colorado
So we get
Kings.
into yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go there. This series was actually, or this game was actually a lot more surprising
Yeah.
than I thought. I had this one on the radio, a lot more back and forth. LA definitely, they're showing their grit. It seemed like in that game, kind of, I don't know, their crowd or the announcers were kind of getting up for a lot of the hits that LA was throwing, and
Yeah.
I don't know, 2-1 Colorado still got it out, but yeah, what did you think of this game? I thought that Colorado was going to come into the playoffs big dick swinging and kind of blow this one out of the water in game 1, but not what happened.
Yeah. I mean, I did get to watch this whole game. Colorado was the better team for 95% of it, but I will say I think if LA was playing any other team, they could be a really dangerous wild card team. I think if this LA team was playing Edmonton this year, Edmonton would struggle a little bit. They look a little bit different. I mean, it's too early to say it's only one game, but Avalanche did have a goal called back as well. Um, Arturi Lehkonen, of course, scores another goal. Both goalies were really great. I thought Forsberg was amazing for LA. A lot of really good chances. Um, a couple too many penalties both ways. I mean, the Kings took a penalty late in the game that pretty much sealed it for Colorado. They were kind of starting to buzz at the end, and who was it? It was Armia. Armia took a penalty, second penalty of the game, I think. 2 minutes left in the game, pretty much ends it for them. They were playing 5-on-5 with an empty net, and yeah, Colorado just looked like the better team for most of the game.
Valid, valid. Want to go to Montreal, Tampa here?
Yeah, barn burner,
This was another
crazy.
kind of shocker. Yeah, this was a shocker for me. I thought Tampa was gonna. I have Tampa going to the finals. Um, maybe a what's it called, a wild card kind of pick. They are high up in the rankings, but I don't know if a lot of people have them going too deep in the playoffs. Hedman's been on this decline for the last few years. I think he's maybe their X factor in this playoffs. If he can really get going, I think they might have a chance. But Juraj Slavkovsky, this guy just shows up in big moments. What a
My lord.
2026 it's been for him. Went on a heater at the Olympics. I think there was some stat I seen. He was like fifth most points or something like that post Olympics, carrying it into the playoffs. Hat trick Slavkovsky gives them the overtime win, and yeah, Montreal's going to take that game 1-0 or one
Yeah, I'm
nothing. Going to take the series
yeah.
1-0.
Yeah, I mean, I thought both first lines showed out. I mean, Or I mean, let's just say top players. I don't know exactly. I mean, they were kind of shaking it up. Or Tampa had a couple injuries mid game. Um, but that Canadian first line, I mean, what do you got to find something. That's where I really thought Tampa Bay was going to shine, is kind of having that line matching mentality where you're putting your third line against them just to shut them down. And Slavkovsky with a hat trick, Caulfield with 2 assists, and a lot of really good chances. Suzuki with 2 assists looked amazing, I thought, and yeah, I think Tampa Bay's got to do a little bit better.
Yeah, this Canadians power play, I didn't mention Slavkovsky, first, I think, player to record their first playoff hat trick being all three power play goals for the hat trick. And I think this
Mm-hmm.
Montreal power play is going to turn into what the Edmonton Oilers power play was, or I
Yeah,
guess is, even they led the league this year. I think they had a 31% power play, but it's just going to dominate leagues like or dominate teams for years to come. You got Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Hudson, Caulfield, and Demidov. Like that is an absolutely stacked power play. So
yeah,
yeah, if Tampa wants to win this series, they cannot. They got to stay out of the bin.
yeah, for sure.
We'll go to the Buffalo Boston series. Game one, Buffalo. It
Let's
seemed like an
go.
absolute insane place to be. Like I don't know if there was anywhere else I wanted to be yesterday than in Buffalo outside the stadium for this game. It was an absolute riot. They were like beating up dummies with Boston jerseys
Yeah,
on.
that
It
was
seemed like there
awesome.
wasn't a
That was
yeah.
awesome.
It seemed like there wasn't a sober fan for the first like mile within the stadium. Like it just seemed like an absolute riot. And yeah, the barn was buzzing. I think they went down early in this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they went
It
down
was
early
looking.
too.
It was looking dark in the stadium. There was lot of Buffalo fans hanging their heads and thinking it was over before it even started. And yeah, definitely a mood swinging community in Buffalo. It's a lot of ups and downs. I get it. You've been through purgatory, but I would say just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know, you're here. Even if you lose, you made it. Just enjoy it while you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but down two, and then Tomertine decides he's going to come and show up for this game, and he's going to tie it up kind of late in the third. Alex Tuck's going to give them the give them the lead late in the third. Alex Tuck tucked the EN, and then Pasternak kind of throwing a little pressure on Buffalo at the end. He did score a late one. Only 8 seconds left in the game, so not much of a chance of them tying it up. But yeah, I think we both might have had Buffalo in this series, so good to see
I
them get
took
the first
Boston.
game.
I took Boston. I
Did you?
want Buffalo to
Okay,
win though. I would love to be
fair.
wrong. I would love to be wrong, but I took Boston.
I could see Boston winning this series too. I would, like I said, we're both cheering for Buffalo here, but
Yeah.
Boston does have a really strong team. They show that they're going to play right till the end, and yeah, it's going to be a tough series.
Last
Last
game.
game,
Yeah. I didn't actually get to watch this one, unfortunately, but
no, I just this one I had in the headphones. I took Utah in this series, but like I said, I think Utah wasn't my team. I probably would have went Vegas, and the pedigree just kind of shows. I mean,
yeah.
especially with McBain being out of the lineup right now, like Cooley might have his head taken off next game.
Yeah.
By Dowd. I didn't seem too happy with him. Cooley was starting some shit. He did tuck the first one. He was looking all right for Utah. I think they had a 2-1 lead at one point late in the second. And yeah, I mean, Vegas is just such a good team. They've been there so many times. Already, lots of the players on this team were on that cup team. So they just know how to win and how to go deep in the playoffs. And I think it's going to be a tough matchup for Utah all around. I don't know if they get a game in this series.
Yeah, I thought I mean Carter Hart had a great game. 939 save percentage, 33 shots, 31 saves, obviously. If he can do that every night, this Vegas team will win this series quickly, very quickly. I do really like this Utah team. I think they are still a year or two away. I mean, they're still very young. You think about their prospect group, they probably have a top five prospect pool in the whole league. So to be where they are right now with that prospect pool, I mean, you got to be thinking very, very positive. I would just say keep it flowing, enjoy it in Utah, and try to steal a couple games.
Yeah, no, exactly. Last point I want to mention. I mean, you already kind of brought up like how good Carter Hart played, and it goes back to the thing when he was getting signed. I think we were talking about it a bit, and I'm like, you know what? It's a tough position for a GM to be in because
Yeah,
like this is we obviously kind of talked about how good Carter Hart can be, and the goalie that he can be in the league, and he's proving it now. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of teams that obviously are happy they didn't sign him because of what happened. Maybe they'll look
Yeah.
back in a few years and everything will kind of maybe go the other way. Maybe some other information comes out, but I don't know. It's looking like a steal for Vegas right now to get Carter Hart under the circumstances that they did and for
Yeah.
what they got him for and how well he's been doing.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you before we head out of here. I wanted to ask how you feel about Edmonton tonight. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a little nervous? That's your team, you know. Might be the end of the saga. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, it it's a I think a good first round matchup for them in this playoffs. Like I think they're going to be playing a pretty inexperienced Ducks team. Like Kreider, Carlson, those guys have experience on this team, but a lot of them are young. Edmonton's pretty much this whole roster. Obviously, they've made a lot of moves in the last 2 years, bringing guys in and out of the lineup. But a lot of this roster was on those runs to get to the Cup final. A lot of the core pieces, obviously, in the last 2 years. So I think it's just kind of the same thing with the Vegas Utah series. It's just that experience I think will shine through and the adversity won't get to them. Like I think if Anaheim goes down one game in the series early, they might start to hit the panic mode as opposed to maybe if Edmonton drops this one, they're going to be like, okay, well, we've been down 3-0 in the cup final. Like we're not too worried about being down one to Edmonton or to Anaheim. So I'm not too worried, but I could see Anaheim winning this series as well. They do have a really good team and players are really starting to step out of their shell this year. So if all their young guys can stay hot, I think it'll be really tough for Edmonton to manage.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, it'll be interesting final little thing here. Keep up with the brackets.
Yeah, keep up
Anyone
with the
who's involved.
brackets. Winner's getting a free hat, so undisclosed time of when you get it, but we're making that a thing. You win, you're getting a hat.
Yeah, so watch your bracket, and if one of us win, then we'll do a lucky giveaway to the third place for the next person in line.
Yeah, because we're gonna win because we have a podcast, so it's known.
Exactly. Yeah, leave us your comments on who you think is going to shine in this first round. I'm kind of curious. It's always seems like for the team that kind of makes a Cinderella run or even a known run to the Cup final, it always seems like there's that outlier player that kind of makes a big step up. Like
Yeah,
Braden Point when Tampa was winning the Cups, he kind of um, brought himself to fruition in those playoffs and everything. So it seems like every year there's somebody big stepping up. Like Cale Makar in those 22 playoffs. Obviously, he was a star, but that was like he was really showing up then. I think that was his call or his Norris Trophy season too. So yeah, let us know who you think is going to be some big players. Also some X factors. We haven't really talked about that. Maybe let us know some X factors on each team. Maybe some more predictions and yeah,
yeah, I'm
anything
I'm
you got for
excited.
them, Chase.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch Edmonton play tonight. That's my outlook. I mean, keep up with the bracket. Leave some comments. I'm seeing a lot of people seeing the TikToks and just leave a comment. Say, oh, this is bad. This is good. You guys are smart. You guys are dumb. I don't really care. Just put something. Um, help the algorithm. I know our last TikTok did pretty good, so I'd like to just see a couple comments on there.
Yeah, so go engage with that, like, follow, share. You know what to do. Until next time, get a
Get a
clue.
clue.